Hey y'all, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Let me get to the chat. I'm on my phone, so y'all know how that goes. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. Hey y'all coming in. Hey Kenya, how you doing, love? Lady of Virtue, hey boo. Des Hop, Chuck, lovely Nola. We survived Francine without any major damages. I'm glad that you did. Glad to hear. Glad you checked in. Hey Anthony. Not feeling well, so you left work early today. I feel you on that one. Hey, Lady D, Ravine, hey boo, Sharice, hey Vintage, hey. Hope you feel better, Lady of Virtue, and I'm definitely glad that my lovely Nola is good to go. That her family and loved ones are good to go. Hey y'all, I'm coming to y'all early today. I'm not gonna be here long, and I mean that for real this time, because I'm sure El Teddy is going live. He hasn't been live all week, and I don't want to step on his feet. But I came in early because I have to work late. I'm not gonna get home from work tonight until probably 8:39, almost probably close to 9 o'clock. So I'm on like a little dinner break. So I said, well, let me dip my head in and say hi to the people for a few minutes, since I know I'm not going to be able to come and talk to y'all later on. Oh my goodness, Anthony gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Anthony. Y'all let me know who got the membership, because I'm on my phone and I can't see it on StreamYard. Thank you, Anthony. Oh, can you hear me? Thank you. Let me know. Put it in the chat, somebody, please. Let me know who got it. If you're in the chat and you got to gift the memberships, make sure y'all thank Anthony. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. Yes. Congrats to the memberships. Yes, congrats to the memberships. Yeah, I'm trying to clean off my desk here at work. Child, it's a mess. That's all I can say. Is that my desk is a mess. My desk is a mess. And I need to bring a trash can over to this side of my classroom. The trash can is all the way on the other side of the classroom, which I don't know why. You have the best tribe. Thank you. Y'all are, I do. I love y'all. That's the best. Oh, Majani got one. That's the best birthday present. Yes. Yes, you better get in there. The last members only live I did was a get ready with me. What was it? Not last Saturday, but the Saturday before that. I'm probably gonna do a members only this weekend. No, I think I did one about the other day. Tell me all about the Beehive situation, the speculation about Beyonce having a residency in Vegas. You guys knew first that I had that information. Thank you. Oh, congratulations, Florida T-Bird. Yes. Congratulations. So Shannon Sharpe went live last night. Him and Ocho Cinco, they had an emergency um what they call their live, what they call their podcast? Not Club Shay Shay. What do they call their podcast with him and Ocho Cinco? I forget the name of it, but they had an emergency uh thing last night. Y'all should still be able to hear me. I'm walking around, but y'all should still be able to hear me. I'm walking over to the trash can. Now let me say this. He was very apologetic. He was very clear to let people know that it was not on purpose, that him going live was a total accident. He said he was not hacked. His team, remember his team tried to put out at first that he was hacked. He said he was not hacked. He said, I'm not gonna tell a lie. I was not hacked. He said that absolutely was me. But what he said was, he said, listen, I never go live on Instagram. He said, I run my own Instagram account, but my team has access to it. So sometimes I guess it's him posting, and sometimes it's his team posting. Because he said it actually wasn't even him that ended the live. It was somebody on his team that actually ended the live. He didn't even end the live, child. He said that when his phone started blowing up, he actually got irritated, which I can understand. Because if you was in the middle of doing the do, and people keep calling you and you keep sending it to voicemail, you keep declining the call, and your phone keep blowing up, I understand why you're a little irritated, because you're like, why is everybody calling me? But he said when he finally got one of his, I guess somebody on his team finally talked to them, and they told him what was going on. He was irritated at them, not irritated at them, like, but he didn't understand what they were trying to tell him. Because, like he said, I never go live. So I didn't even understand what they meant when they said, you're live. He was like, live what? What do you mean? So let me say this. I can appreciate, why is my phone not charging? It's saying low battery, but it's charging. I can appreciate, um, that he came live and he took full responsibility for it. I can appreciate that he said, listen, I'm not gonna let my team, try to say that, that I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not gonna let my team try to say, oh no, it was a hack. Which I told y'all yesterday, ain't nowhere in the world that was no hack. Nobody's gonna hack you and you were actually live. Like, it's you. We knew it was him. We heard his voice. Like, sir, we know that you weren't hacked. Like, stop it. So he was like, I'm not gonna sit there and let that lie be told. I can appreciate all of that. Here's the problem that I had with what happened yesterday. I'm all for capitalizing off of something. I'm all for making money off of something. But I feel like his first instinct was to, like, because you see he created T-shirts and all this other stuff. And I feel like his first instinct was to make money off of it and turn it into a money situation. When I feel like he needed to chill a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, hey, Victoria, I feel like he needed to chill a little bit. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how I felt about him having T-shirts up on his, in his, up to be able to buy and all of that. I don't know. I think he's scared of losing his ESPN. Well, ESPN said he's not going to be, they said he's not going to be, he's not going to be fired. They said he's not even going to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Punished. That's not the word I'm looking for, but yeah. So that's what they said. It was his team that I understand it was his team that came up with the T-shirt, but he has the final say on what they do. You know what I mean? Like, if he had told them, don't post it, don't sell it, don't make it available, I could even see if he did it a week from now. But for that, like, literally those T-shirts were already up and for sale by the time I got off of my live yesterday. And no, those are new T-shirts. Reprimanded. Thank you, Trump. Turnip greens. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, Jay Parrish. Hey, boo. No, those T-shirts were not the regular Those were T-shirts that they made after that event. Because it's like room 69, and it was something those T-shirts were made. Not someone scream named Shannon Sharpe with the picture. Where in my chat? Y'all know I'm going live from my phone. Oh, I see now Shannon Sharpe. Where's Michelle? Ha ha ha. I don't have it set on subscriber only. So my mods, I need y'all on red alert. So anyway, hey Corey, hey boo. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I got from that. And like I said, y'all know I like Shannon Sharpe. I've been a fan since he first started doing First Take and all of that. So I like Shannon Sharpe, but I could, like I said, I appreciate he came, he took responsibility. I appreciate that he apologized and all of that. But something about that aspect of it was just a bit, I don't know. Something about that aspect of it, it gave me pause. I'm gonna just say it that way. It gave me pause a little bit, like, So that was that. Diddy responded to Don Wood's lawsuit. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, y'all know that I am very, very, very careful, especially as we're going through a lot of these lawsuits. They're very sensitive. Y'all know I'm very careful. I'm always, not always, but 90% of the time, I'm gonna be cautious with on the side of the victim. I know there are a lot of reasons why people who are traumatized and people who are put in situations act different ways. Everybody doesn't act the way we act or respond the way we respond. And I'm very, very, very sensitive to that. But I'm going to be honest. I do have some questions for Miss D Woods and this lawsuit. And let me say what my questions are. My questions are not that I don't believe her experience. Let's be clear. I believe that Diddy was the monster that she described him to be. It's just way too much stuff out there now for me not to believe that Diddy, that's just my opinion. That's what I believe, right? I believe it. But I do have questions. I don't understand why once she got up from under him, she kept going back. And I understand there's a psychology of abuse. I get that. I understand. Trust me, I do. But you were going to do the reboot of Making the Band, and I guess she needed the money, right? But she was going to do the reboot of Making the Band. Yeah, I really feel like maybe it boiled down to her needing a check. And let's be clear, like I said, I believe her story. So this isn't about me questioning her story. But of course, Diddy's attorney was like, it's just a money grab. She continued to work with Diddy. She continued to come back time after time after time, even as recently as 2023. But that doesn't, again, for me, it doesn't change her experience. I still believe that her experience is her experience. Like, I still believe Diddy is the asshole, the jerk, the whatever that they say he is. Like, I just do. But again, I do have, I mean, I have a right to have questions. I have a right to have questions, sorry. But I believe her. Like I said, I believe her. I believe, and again, like I said yesterday, some of those stories are very specific, where she says specific people's names that can easily refute it, easily come out and say that didn't happen. I wasn't there. And what I find interesting is that as of before I went live, and if something posted after I went live, y'all tell me. But as of before I went live, damn it, I'm trying to clean my glasses, and this is not working. I didn't hear what anybody made any statements refuting her account of what happened. I didn't see Usher or Neo or Jimmy Irvine say that didn't happen. Like, she crazy. I don't know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they were advised not to say anything. You can ask all the questions you want, really, Bianca. Shut up, Cajun. Could have been scared not to work with him. That's true. That blackballing is very true. Way too opportune and convenient for her to capitalize on her experience. Yeah, I think her whole family was Hurricane Katrina. Yeah. Now she is the one that Hurricane Katrina. I remember that being on one of the episodes of Making the Band where they went down there, like the dance studio had been flooded, and I do remember that. That was her. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was her or D Woods, but that was her. Okay. And like I said, I believe her story. I believe her story. He also paid for her to get out of her old record deal. No, D Woods didn't file. I just didn't remember who the Hurricane Katrina person was. I didn't know if it was her or D Woods. The lawsuit would have made more sense had it come from the girls who left. Right. That's why I said I'm waiting for Aubrey O'Day. Now, I know that she's hinted at things, and I know she's told a few little stories here and there, but she keeps hinting that there's so much more. Now, she did tell us that part of the reason why she got put out of Danity Kane is because she wouldn't sleep with Diddy. She always hints that there's so much more. There's so much more. I want to know what it is. I mean, if you got a story to tell it, girl. Usher been in drag to at least 2 Diddy lawsuits. Do you think he'll be subpoenaed? Well, Xavier, if I'm being honest, what I've been told is that Usher has already been From what I'm told, Usher has talked to people. I'm gonna leave it very open-ended because I don't want to put myself in the trick bag. But from what I was told, Usher, remember I told you guys that there's a lot of people who've already talked to talk to the people in charge. Remember I told y'all that? From what I'm told, Usher is one of those people that have already given an interview or given a statement. That's what I'm told. And that may be why Usher hasn't responded. That may be why Usher hasn't said anything, because from my understanding, he has already talked to the people. I'm sorry, but I'm a Katrina victim, and I know that we went through hell afterwards, but I couldn't get the power to work with Puffy. Love, he's always been weird. Ooh. Hey, Nay. Hey, boo. Oh, I thought you said you had questions about D Wood. Sorry. No, 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 no. You're good. You're good. You're good. I did say D Wood's name, but not from there. Did you hear Judge Mathis was rushed to the hospital? I didn't hear Miss Carter, and I'm on my phone. Hold on. Wait a minute. I got my computer right here. Hold on. Let me see if I can Google it. But I did not hear that. Let me see if I can Google Judge Mathis. Let me see what come up. Let me see if anything comes up about. No, the last thing I see is talking about his divorce. That doesn't mean that there isn't out there. That's just the last thing I see. Xavier, did you see something about it? You said praying for Judge Mathis. Did you see anything about it? Is it on TMZ or something? If y'all see anything, let me know. Like I said, I'm on my phone. I Googled it on my computer, but I don't see anything. It's just the last thing I see is about him talking about his divorce and trying to get his wife back, child. If you seen folk get beat, missing, etc., I can understand her being scared and not wanting. Yeah, listen. Let's be clear. I understand that psychology. I'm not. I'm not saying I don't believe her because she went back and worked with him. I'm just saying I wonder, like, and that's a conversation to be had. And maybe there's more to the lawsuit that we don't have the details on. Just like with Cassie, I told y'all from the beginning, I always believed there was more to that story with Cassie. I always believed that. Hey, Ramel. Hey, Boo. Hey, Majestic. I always believed that there was more to that story. Um, and the fact that Diddy settled as fast as he did kind of confirmed my thoughts. It kind of confirmed my thoughts. Um, and this is the problem. I know this is the not problem, because if you did something, you did something. But this is the concern that people have about settling these lawsuits, is that it sort of opens up the floodgate. But my thing is, if you did it, you did it, child. Okay, Sharice says she don't see anything. So I don't see anything about I didn't see anything either. Thank you, Sharice. Yeah, I ain't see anything either. People must not have listened to some of her interviews. Dawn told us about the time they had a performance and he went off on them about saying y'all bees don't want to work. She said she challenged him though. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Cajun. If I'm being very, very, very honest, a lot of that stuff I don't remember because I wasn't following it the same way I follow it now. Like now I get paid to follow celebrity news, you know what I mean? But before, you might hear something here or there. And then of course back then we didn't have the TMZs and the neighborhood talk and the shade rooms. We didn't have all of those things where we didn't have the YouTube doing stuff that I do. So a lot of that stuff people might have said it, and then and again, and also too, remember a lot of that stuff we saw for ourselves, but we didn't look at it with the same lens that we look at stuff today. When you go back and look at those making the band, let me tell y'all what I listened to the other day. Remember that song that Diddy did with Keisha Cole, last night I didn't even have whatever the words are. Y'all remember that song? The other day I was listening to my Pandora, and that came up on my Pandora. Whatever I was listening to was one of the songs that came on. Listen to that song again. I would play it here, but I don't want to get a copyright. Listen to that again and listen to the end of the song. Don't listen to the beginning. Go to the last maybe 20 seconds of that song and listen to him, right? When you hear him is helping due to the weather. Well, I'm glad. I'm gonna be here for probably about another 20 minutes. If you listen to the end of that song where he's acting like he's talking to his girlfriend who he thinks is cheating on him or doing something like that. Listen to how he ends that song. And he's literally like, pick up the fucking phone. You better pick up the phone. I'm gonna come over there and I'm gonna da 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 da. Like, listen to it, and then he laughs, and then he says, "But that's how it is, right? Ain't that how it is? Ain't that how it is?" So when you like, those were the kinds of things that I mean. Last night I love that song. I've probably heard that part 50,000. I'm exaggerating, but I've heard that part number of times and never looked at it or thought about it in that context. When we look back on making the band, right? I mean, we look at how he talked to them and we look at how he treated them. Like, yeah, we're making a TV show, but you've got to believe that there's a certain part of what we're looking at is who he is. You know what I mean? In my opinion. Right, Cajun. If you listen, just listen to you could probably pull it up on YouTube. And just go to the last 20 seconds. I figured in her response to Cassie's lawsuit that he did something to her, just like I knew he did something to Cassie when her husband went off with him after mentioning her at the BET Awards. Right, April? Yes. I mean, I assumed it was just a jealous boyfriend, but now it seems the man is crazy and been crazy. Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, and here's the thing. Here's the reality of the situation, you guys. When I say we, I mean all of us. All of us can't. We can't we can't feel guilty about not seeing things in that context, right? When you have more information, you make better decisions. The more information you have, the more of an informed decision or a formed opinion you have. So the reality of the situation is we heard rumors about Diddy with sex parties and stuff like that, but these things I never heard. And I'm just telling you, for me, maybe y'all did. I never heard about Diddy being this level of abusive. Now, all of a sudden, there are other stories that are coming out that were out there. But again, we didn't have a 24-hour news cycle. We didn't have the shade room and the neighborhood talk and all of that. So people would tell their stories and things would be said, but they wouldn't be in our face, and it wouldn't be 20,000 people telling the story. Nowadays, think about yesterday with with Don Richard. She filed that lawsuit and everybody talked about it. All of the bloggers talked about it. All of the YouTubers talked about it. All of the news outlets talked about it, right? We didn't have that back in the day. If D Woods did an interview or Aubrey O'Day did an interview, okay, a few people might have picked it up and people moved on. People couldn't report it as it happened either, right? And that's the other thing too. Because again, some of these stories we did hear, but it was almost like they were urban legends. Like I heard the story about Diddy running up on Chris Stout, but you heard the story and you kind of moved on, right? You kind of moved on. Rashard, not Richard. Okay, thank you, Cajun. And I think that absolutely, Cajun. Kim, seeing the video proof, because there's some people until it's right in front of their face, they're not gonna believe it. And there's still some people that's like, well, I mean, what happened before that? I mean, we didn't see what happened before that. I mean, what did Cassie do before that? Like, I don't give a fuck what Cassie did or said. I don't care if Cassie called his mama a bald-headed hoe. I don't care if Cassie wished death upon his whole whatever existence. What we saw in that video, there's just no excuse for that. None. And I even believe, and again, this is my belief. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying my belief. I even believe the allegations of the drug use, because the behavior, the staying up all night, the mood, the violent mood swings, a lot of that is in line with drug use. And so many people have said it. Like, remember, Cassie even said that she got hooked on drugs dating him and had to go to rehab when she left him. You know? Right, Xavier. Girl, me either. I hate people still blaming the victim. Child, you better say it again, AMJ Durant. Right. Exactly, y'all. I heard the story about Misa under the car. I had never heard that story before until recently. I had never heard that story before. Didn't someone say that he was planning to get Danny DeCane addicted to drugs and pimp him out? I don't know about that. I didn't hear that. But I mean, again, based on what we've read in all these different lawsuits, I mean, it's not a crazy thought anymore, right? Drugs are the common thread. Yes, drugs are. Drugs are a very common thread. I'm gonna be honest and tell you, and I might end up having to put this live on private after I say what I'm about to say. But I'm gonna be honest and tell you, I do not think that her lawsuit is really about her filing a lawsuit. I think her lawsuit is about putting it on a legal record about, I told y'all yesterday about the trafficking. I'll be honest with you. I really think not that they, and I know that's not how the law works, y'all. Before y'all be like, yeah, man, that's a civil. I know that. But I honestly don't think that she thinks she's getting ready to get something from Diddy. I just don't. I don't think that she feels like Diddy's going to settle with her. I just don't believe that. If he ain't paid her in all these years, he ain't about to pay her. Do I think he owes her money? Diddy probably owed a whole anybody that ever signed the Bad Boy Records money. You know what I mean? But I honestly think this was more about putting certain things on the record. That's just my opinion. And again, I know that's not how the law works, y'all. I'm not, I understand that, but I don't know. Something about that lawsuit just doesn't feel like she, it was the way it was written. Y'all know in the last year, I've gotten used to reading these lawsuits, child. It was the way it was written that it's just something. I haven't had a chance to talk to Pam or Simone yet, but it's something about the way it's written that makes me feel kind of funky. If that makes sense to y'all. Cherie says, True Really Be, his bodyguard said he told him, and his bodyguard said, you can't do that. Those are someone's daughter. Her lawyer is Lisa Bloom. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Candace. I know, boo. Diddy is a Jim Jones psychopath. He used drugs and physical abuse to control. Allegedly. I got to say allegedly. You can say what you want. I got to say allegedly. Maybe she did it to help Cassie. Cassie don't need no help. Cassie got her money. This is a part of a bigger plan. Kim, that's what I believe. You leaving the dentist? I got to make an appointment to get a cleaning. AMJ said they thought the same thing. Yeah, that's just, again, y'all, that's not based on any type of legal conversation. I haven't talked to Pam or Simone or anything like that. Hey, Quintessential Boo. It's not based on any of that information. It's just really I don't know. The language was just weird. It was just weird. Deshaun Watson got another woman out here saying that he assaulted her. Listen, we've talked about Deshaun Watson. El Teddy did a really good breakdown of Deshaun Watson and all his lawsuits a couple of months back. All I'm going to say about Deshaun Watson, if y'all don't know who that is, he's an NFL quarterback. All I'm going to say is that multiple women have accused of SA. All I'm going to say about Deshaun Watson at this point is where there's smoke, there's fire. I just don't believe everybody lying. I can't say everybody telling the truth, but I don't believe everybody lying. You just can't get, in my opinion, you just can't get that many damn people. You know what I'm saying? Saying the same type of shit about you and everybody lying. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't saying everybody telling the truth, but I don't believe everybody's lying. Now, this woman said that he assaulted her or attempted to assault her while they were having dinner at his house. He wanted a massage or something. He tried to get, he has a thing with massages. It's weird. Yeah, Xavier, it's weird. But everybody has fetishes, child. Everybody got these fetishes. And I guess he figures he's rich and he's a football player. Why wouldn't you want to rub on my body? I don't know. It's weird. They were at her house. Okay. Thank you, Xavier. Yeah, it's some of these massages. I don't know. He's a deviant. Ooh. Child. Weinstein got another case, child. They didn't re-indicted him. Remember his RAPE conviction got overturned. So it looks like they're charging him again, child. He got indicted again today. Now, remember a couple of days ago, they had to rush him to the hospital and he had to have emergency heart surgery or something along those lines, child. Sometimes I believe it was Abraham Lincoln that says justice delayed is justice denied. Sometimes, I mean, this man is about to die. I mean, like he lived a good life off of the backs of the women that he allegedly assaulted along the way. He blackballed people, he ruined people's careers. You know, he did a lot of dirt in his lifetime and he lived a really, really good life. At this point, he 80 something years old. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure he would love to be still eating caviar and living a good life, you know, whatever. But a part of me really just feels like sometimes justice delayed is justice denied. I don't know. So, and I guess if I were one of his victims, it matters. Let's be clear. It matters. It doesn't matter if he's 101. It matters. But I mean, for those of us on the outside, I feel bad for the victims that it looks, for me, it looks like they're not going to get the justice they deserve. I want to hear from Sherry Dennis. Who is Sherry Dennis? I don't know who that is, Cajun. All right. The Xavier, what time is El Teddy's live schedule? Is it scheduled for 5 o'clock? I can't do a redirect from my phone, or at least I don't know how to do the redirect from my phone. Let me put it that way. I'm surprised Harvey hasn't done that old white beater truck. I don't know what that means. She was an artist that was on Bad Boy for like 10 years. Oh, it's scheduled for, okay. So in 9 minutes, we're gonna go over to El Teddy's house. I can't do the redirect, so y'all gonna have to go over there yourself. But we're gonna end this live in 9 minutes. It was one of Diddy's first artists. Okay, okay. The name sounds familiar. Hey Shay, hey Cali girl. So the Real Housewives of Potomac trailer dropped today, and we've been talking in a group chat, the Whether You Like It or Not panel group chat. We may do a reaction. I don't know. Scotty wants to do. He wants to talk to us. I think he's trying to have a meeting now while I'm here talking to y'all. But can I be honest with you? Wait a minute. What's it say? I trust you at all, but I've been here before. You remind me of pain, but I can't ignore you. Are those song lyrics? I feel like those are song lyrics you just wrote. Is it Quale '04? I feel like those are song lyrics because I don't understand what that means. I love you, so don't break my heart. That used to be my jam. Oh, okay, I'm about to say this sounds like song lyrics. I'm gonna Google her as soon as I get off here because the name sounds familiar. Now I gotta go hear one of her songs. I love you. Okay, yeah, I think it don't sound like song lyrics. So let me tell y'all something. Yeah, Don Don. That's no. Quale been here before. I knew they were good people. They've been here before. I figured those were song lyrics. Yeah, I saw the trailer for the Real Housewives of Potomac, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not excited. I wasn't. I was. I'm not excited. I'm really not. To be honest, I hope y'all review Potomac, not ATL. Well, we're probably gonna do both. We may do a reaction panel again. I think Scotty wants to. Well, I know Scotty wants to talk. When I get off of here, I'm going to call Scotty. I know he wants to do like a group call, a group, you know, like a group call. We may do a reaction to the trailer, but none of us are impressed with the trailer. And then I saw the looks. That green, no, mm-mm. I don't think that green is a good color. It didn't pop like that orange. That orange popped. The red popped. That green is not popping for me. I don't know. Have y'all seen the cast picture? That green ain't doing it for me. Now Gizzard wants to be friends with everybody. She ain't got no choice. Her sidekick is gone, and it's either get in or get out. And I'm sure Bravo had a conversation with her. It's either get on board, y'all need to figure it out. Y'all need to, because remember, y'all, Potomac had the same problem that New Jersey had, that nobody wanted to film with each other. They were groups, and people were refusing to talk to each other and refusing to film with each other. Well, Candace is gone, Robin is gone. Y'all figure that shit out. Xavier said I thought it was cool. Did y'all like the green? I didn't like the green. I liked a couple of the dresses, but I didn't like that green. I just didn't like it. We need to see the sit down between Wendy and Giselle. I do want to see that. I want to see how they resolved it. What was the conversation? I do want to see that. I didn't recognize Ashley in the new opening sequence. I think they should have missed all the greenery, and I think with the black or white background, it works. I think they should have mixed. I think Don, are you driving or something? I think you said mixed all the greenery, and I think the black or a black or white background would have worked. Yeah, maybe. Ashley looks weird with straight hair. I like emerald. I like the color. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it as their cast picture. I didn't like it. Yeah, I love the color. I think green is pretty. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't look pretty in green. I'm not saying, oh, their complexions. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying I don't think that picture was their best picture. Like that red ate. When they did red a couple of years ago, bitch, that red ate. This green just isn't doing it for me. And you know what else I think it is too? When they did red, they all did red. They all did red. This green with all of them in different shades of green, and it just didn't do it for me. And even in different levels of green, like when they did the red, it was all you could tell it was they were very clear in the directions. Everybody had to do after five. Everybody had to do blood red, and they did it right. They didn't have light red, dark red, or at least in the picture, it didn't look that way. It looked like it was just red. That ate for me. When they did orange, the orange it ate. But that green just didn't do it for me. Metallics, ooh, metallics can look cheap depending on like people like I don't trust Giselle with a metallic, no. Cause metallic can look cheap. It can look expensive, but it can also look very cheap. It can look like aluminum foil or it can look like gold. You know what I mean? Depending on who it is. And I don't trust Giselle. Shay said, I love the green. Okay. Purple and lilac. Yeah, the purple was good too. Yeah, maybe a white background would have worked with the green. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me, y'all. It just didn't. Yeah, the purple was pretty too. Yeah, it just didn't do it for me. But Shay said she liked it. Listen, that's what make the world go round and round. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Something I was getting ready to say. I don't trust Giselle with anything. Child, I definitely don't trust her with no metallic. She would fuck it up. Here's what I will say though. Bravo was smart. The Potomac budget gives so much more than Atlanta. They have a new look every year. Atlanta have to pay out of their pocket. No, Atlanta didn't have to pay out of their pocket. Atlanta didn't like what was done, and so they chose to pay out of their pocket. Bravo paid for a photo shoot. They just didn't like it, and they chose to pay out of their pocket. But I do agree with you that I think that Potomac's whoever they use, whoever production company, because remember all of that stuff is the production company. So even though they have the same production company now, but yeah, the production company did that. Giselle will look like Jiffy Pop exactly. Because I'm at work, Jonathan. So I don't want to be on camera, which I see in all my work stuff in the background. Here's what I just read that. Yeah, I'm not at home. All right, y'all. We about to head over to El Teddy's. He's going live at 5 o'clock. I cannot do a redirect, so you guys are gonna have to, like physically go over there. If you are not familiar with El Teddy, y'all check out El Teddy 27. He is going live at 5 o'clock. So we can ready to shut this down. Well, I gotta work late tonight. But this is our dinner break, so I'll be here until about 8 o'clock. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If not, make sure you hit that like button on your way out the door. And I will talk to y'all later. Peace.